to go with it. Yeah. Let's sit down. Are they on the way? Well, that's me. Let's go. Okay. You ready? Yeah. Sean, I'll start.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. My name is Martha Blair Harrison. I am the local district judge. I do have a special request for everyone who is present at the bailiff. Are there any other people who wish to be seated?
I believe you're all in here, Judge.
All right. I just see some other people in the foyer.
I think there was some leftover media. I'm not sure about these folks.
All right. Please come in and take a seat. I do ask that everyone please silence your cell phone. We are on the record in case number 15F156, Commonwealth versus Timothy Wayne Madden, for the purpose of arraignment. Sir, are you Timothy Wayne Madden?
Yes,
and you retain the Honorable Travis Locke as your attorney, is that correct?
Yes,
all right. At this time, sir, I'm going to go over your constitutional and statutory rights with you. These are important rights. To expect that you will listen to them carefully. First of all, sir, you have the right to be informed of the charges against you. There are multiple charges in this case. Kidnapping with the death of the victim, which is a capital offense in violation of KRS 509040. It is punishable by death, life imprisonment, or imprisonment of not less than 20 years. Rape in the first degree of a child under 12, a Class A felony in violation of KRS 510.040, which is punishable by imprisonment of not less than 20 nor more than 50 years, and a fine is judicially assessed of not less than $1,000 nor more than $10,000. Sodomy in the first degree of a child under 12, a Class A felony in violation of KRS 510070, which is punishable by imprisonment of not less than 20 no more than 50 years, and a fine if judicially assessed of not less than $1,000 no more than $10,000. Murder in the first degree, a capital offense in violation of KRS 506.020, which is punishable by death, imprisonment for life without benefit of probation or parole, imprisonment for life without benefit of probation or parole until you've served a minimum of 25 years, life, or a term of not less than 20, no more than 50 years. Sir, you're charged with the kidnapping, rape, sodomy, and murder of Gabriella Doolin, a child under age 12, on or about November 14, 2015, within Allen County, Kentucky. The affidavit in this matter is Wesley Medley from Kentucky State Police Post 3. He states that on November 14, 2015, in Allen County, Kentucky, the above-named defendant unlawfully did commit the offense of kidnapping by unlawfully restraining Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, with intent to accomplish or advance the commission of a felony, and to inflict bodily injury or to terrorize Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, which resulted in death. Further, the defendant did commit rape in the first degree when he engaged in sexual intercourse with Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, by forcible compulsion, resulting in a serious physical injury. Further, the defendant did also commit the crime of sodomy when he engaged in deviant sexual intercourse with Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, by forcible compulsion, resulting in serious physical injury. Also, the defendant did commit the offense of murder when he did intentionally cause the death of Gabriella Doolin, a child under the age of 12, by manual strangulation and drowning. Because your charges are felonies, sir, I am automatically entering a plea of not guilty for you. I am not authorized to accept guilty pleas in felony cases. Sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, not only in this court, sir, but potentially in any court of law. You have the right to be represented by an attorney at all stages of these proceedings, and I note for the record that you have retained the services of the Honorable Travis Locke. All defendants have the right to a reasonable bail. Bail amounts are set based on your reappearance risk level as calculated by pretrial services, your history of appearing when scheduled in court, your connections to the community, including work and family, and the risk of danger to the community. I have set your bail, sir, at $1 million full cash. All defendants are presumed to be innocent. The burden is on the Commonwealth of Kentucky to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a preliminary hearing in this matter. It will be held within 10 days because you are being held in jail. You may waive that time limit. I can extend that time limit only for good cause. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is enough probable cause, a very low standard of proof, sir, a probable cause to believe that a felony has been committed and that you are the person who committed that felony. After I finish advising you of your rights, I will permit you to discuss with Mr. Locke whether you want a preliminary hearing or not, because you do have the option, sir, of binding your case directly to the grand jury. I have limited jurisdiction in felony cases. I do want to advise you that once you are indicted, I will lose all jurisdiction over your case, including the right to modify your bond. If you have not been indicted within 60 days of the time your case is bound to the grand jury, you will be released from custody by the circuit judge. Remember, sir, that an indictment is a formal charge. It is not proof of guilt. You are entitled to a trial by jury. Because you are charged with a felony, your case will be resolved in the circuit court. Trials in circuit court are before 12-person juries. At any trial, you will have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses called to testify against you, You will have the right to test any evidence brought against you. You will have the right to bring witnesses and evidence on your own behalf, sir, and you will be able to use the subpoena power of the court to compel the attendance of witnesses or production of evidence if necessary. If you are found guilty at trial, you have the right to appeal that verdict to a higher court. Sentences of more than 20 years are appealed directly to the Supreme Court, and death sentences are automatically reviewed by the Supreme Court of Kentucky. All guilty pleas and other waivers of rights must be knowing, voluntary, and intelligent. That includes your waiver of a preliminary hearing. In addition to jail time and fines, court costs will be imposed, and there are additional consequences which may result from a plea of guilty under Alford conditions, or a conviction, including but not limited to mandatory conditional discharge following release from incarceration upon expiration of sentence or completion of parole, and a requirement for sex offender registration. Any and all items used in the commission of the offense may be subject to forfeiture. Mr. Madden, do you understand these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all decided whether you want to have a preliminary hearing or not?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court?
Yes.
Your Honor, we would exercise his right and respectfully move the court to schedule this for a preliminary hearing within 10 days. If I may approach the bench, I also have a formal written entry of appearance.
Yes, thank you. I will accept that, and I believe that we have determined that there will be some time on December 2nd. Is that right? What time would you like to have that on December 2nd?
The afternoon.
Okay, shall we, let's see, do you think we can work it in? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, December 2nd. All right, that concludes this matter. At this time, Mr. Madden may be removed from the courtroom. You are remanded to custody, sir. I want to express my thanks to our court security officers for their service this afternoon, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, for your cooperation in maintaining the decorum of this courtroom. I know that there are members of the Doolin family present, and I ask, ladies and gentlemen, please respect their grief and allow them to depart the courthouse at their own pace and in their own manner. If there are any members of the Madden family present, I also ask that they be permitted to leave without any incident. But I thank you very much for your cooperation.